So as I mentioned in the last video, the line of best fit is going to be the one that makes the up and downedness of these points away from the line as small as it can be, right? It's called the least squares regression line. In other words, you take the regressions, the residuals, and you square them all to make them all positive, and then you reduce them so they're as small as they can be. Now we're going to have Excel and StatCrunch do these for us. So we're going to compute a scatter plot, draw the line of best fit, and we're going to calculate it as well. So lots of things going on here. All right, so let me go here. I'm going to copy and paste. Now I know I've done this already, right over here. We've already done this a couple times, but that's okay. We'll do it again just for the sake of showing it. So I'm going to copy and paste. Now let's remind ourselves how we found R, because it's the same thing here. So you want to go to, well, actually that's one of two ways you can do it. You can go to Data, Data Analysis, pick Regression. It's going to say where's your output, your inputs Y. So your input Y is right there. In other words, your outputs. And then your input X is right there. And then I personally like to have an output range on the same sheet, so I'm going to make it go to cell E1. And if you want it to do some plotting, eventually we're going to want residual plots right here. You can turn those on there or whatever. We're not doing that right this second, so I'm just going to click OK. And you can see down here, hold on, right here, it's giving you what you need to find the equation of the line of best fit. But it's a little bit hard. What's going to happen is its y hat is equal to negative 0.283x plus 69.108. Okay. Now another way you can do this is you can highlight your data, go to Insert, Scatterplot, pick a scatterplot. It draws it for you and all that. You can mess around with your, what was this? Free reduced lunch versus math scores or something like that. You can play with your horizontal and vertical axes and all of that. But what's interesting is you can right click on the points, choose add trend line, see that? And it'll add, well, it will in a second. Do you want a linear line? I do. Down here, do you want to display the equation? Yep. Display R squared? Sure, why not? So I'll click those two boxes and say close. And there it is, it draws it. And I want to move this down, so I'll just grab it and kind of make it the four-sided arrow and move it down so I can see it a little bit better. You can make it thicker or thinner if you want to format the trend line. You can make the color change. You can make it be wider. There, now it's a thicker line, etc. So that's another way to do it. And you can see it's giving you the same equation right here that it gave us right here. It's just down here you've got to put it together and make an equation out of it. Y equals mx plus b. Remember, that's the equation of a line. So you've got to change it to that format. All right, now what about StatCrunch? StatCrunch will also do it. All right, so what you want to do is you want to have your data in here, which I do. I typed it in. You go to Stat, Regression, Simple Linear. Your x variable is free reduced lunch. Your y variable is passing math. Next. Just skip this stuff. We won't work with that until later. And we can skip this too. I want to plot the fitted line, so I'm going to click on that box. I don't want to add a confidence interval or any of that stuff, so we're okay. Oops. Yep, and again, some of these we might use later on, but we don't need any of them right now. And then we can just click Calculate. Now this page shows us the equation. You can see it right up here. Hold on. Right here. See that? Right there. Okay. So one of the things I like to do is I like to just copy and paste this into Excel. I actually find it a whole lot easier to work with than Excel straight up. Okay. So hold on. Let me go get it. There it is. And now you can see this right here has got the equation right there. They wrote it backwards to what we had written it as, but it's still the same equation. There you go. You can see that's the same equation we wrote right there. And then you're thinking about the graph, but the graph is there too. Oopsie, it's in Java. Just click Next, and there's the graph with the lines. You can copy and paste that in as well. I'll paste it right here. There it is.